So there's a really good question I got in a previous video, which is why is gravitational acceleration sometimes positive and sometimes negative? Well, we note gravitational acceleration as being negative because it points in the negative y direction. So for vectors, we typically have a negative 9.8 as our gravitational acceleration because gravity pulls objects down. It doesn't push objects up. But there are some situations where we wouldn't want to make this a negative sign right here. An example would be a situation like this, where I ask you to calculate the weight force of this block here. Now, if we calculated weight force, we would just take our mass and multiply it by gravitational acceleration. Here, you would not want to make gravity negative. And the reason why is because we're actually trying to measure the downward force. We're not measuring an opposing force here. This is the force we're trying to calculate. And so the direction here is implied. But if we had a situation like this, where we now have a rope and there's going to be a tension force, now you would want to make your weight force negative. And the thing that's making your weight force negative is gravitational acceleration. It's not going to be this mass here because mass is scalar. So the reason you have this minus sign here is because of gravitational acceleration. Gravitational acceleration is opposing the tension force, which is why you'd want to make it negative. So it's really all about direction.